Willie D Live.
What's up, family? I'm sure you're familiar with the Nolan Wells case by now. There probably isn't one person in the media who hasn't covered the story extensively, including myself. What you may not have heard about is the TJ Davis case. TJ was in St. Paul, Minnesota, hanging out with his white friends by a body of water. Ironically, TJ's body was pulled from the Mississippi River 5 years ago, fam. I hadn't heard about it, and I'm in the media. Hadn't heard about it at all. But I'm on it now. I am on it, and I'm going to do my best to bring you guys up to speed. Here's a news story.
Flowers, candles, and balloons hang from the railing at this memorial along Mississippi River Boulevard.
We did a memorial and go look, and it just started growing.
To remember 20-year-old TJ Davis.
Just a lovable guy, like you wanted to.
Flowers, candles, and balloons hang from the railing at this memorial along Mississippi River Boulevard.
We did a memorial and go look, and it just started growing.
To remember 20-year-old TJ Davis.
Just a lovable guy, like you wanted to be around him. And that smile, is just lights you up.
Cheryl says she found out early Sunday that her son went missing on the Mississippi River while out with 4 other friends.
I had a sheriff from Ramsey County and a police officer from St. Paul. They came knocking on my bedroom door window. When they left, I cried for my mom. I lost her 3 months ago. I wanted my mom, and I couldn't. I needed her to hug me.
The Ramsey County Sheriff's Office say they continued their search effort throughout the night. Around 11 a.m. Sunday, deputies recovered TJ's body near the Marshall Street Bridge.
I have a lot of questions. And it takes time, and I feel I'm determined to get all those answers. I need to know what happened to my son here.
As one by one, TJ's friends and family pay their respect. She's waiting for answers and closure.
It just seems very odd that all 4 boys made it out except my son. And it hurts me.
While holding on to her son's memory.
I'll see you one day. I won't say goodbye. I always say, see you later, alligator, after a while, crocodile.
In St. Paul, Charmaine Nero, KARE 11 News.
Okay, fam. Now I want to introduce you to TJ's mom's IG page. She has been on this thing nonstop posting, and I'm telling you, I haven't seen anything, fam, and I'm in the news. Hadn't seen anything about it whatsoever. But as I said in the beginning, I am on the case now. This is her IG page, and as you can see, she has been posting nonstop. Before I go any further, let me pay homage to this woman right here. She goes by the name of Sunny, I believe. But this woman has been on the case from day one, and I'm assuming that this case will probably start getting some traction. And when it does, just remember this woman right here, she was on it first, and she's all over the case. As you can see, look at how all of these are posted by TJ over the last 5 years. Every single post is about TJ. Mama trying to get justice for her son, who she believes was murdered, and who I believe was murdered too, by his friends. TJ was out with 4 white friends, allegedly white friends, and alleged white friends, and everybody came back home but TJ. I wonder how that keeps happening. It's just so odd that it keeps happening, that every time the black kid hangs out with his white friends and somebody gets killed or something goes awry, the victim is always the black kid. What's that about? I wonder what the hell is that about? If y'all, I can't figure it out. Check this out.
She is the mother of this handsome young man, TJ Davis. TJ, being the young man that he was, decided to go to a house party with 4 young white men that he thought were his friends. The house party was held at one of their houses. About 3-something in the morning, Shira is getting pounding on her door in her bedroom window. She is the mother. This is Cheryl Davis. She is the mother of this handsome young man, TJ Davis. TJ, being the young man that he was, decided to go to a house party with 4 young white men that he thought were his friends. The house party was held at one of their houses. About 3-something in the morning, Shira is getting pounding on her door and her bedroom windows by the Ramsey County Sheriff's Department. They're telling her that TJ is missing. They further explain that they believe that TJ could possibly be in the Mississippi River. There are a lot of questions, and this is Shira's IG, that Shira has in regards to what happened to her son, and no one's been charged. How do 5 young men go out, 4 of them being white, 1 of them being black, and the black young man doesn't come home? How does that happen? Shira has been relentless in her quest for answers. This is her TikTok page. These young men have barely been questioned. These young men were allowed to have time to get their answers and their stories straight. Their stories align so much that they are basically telling the exact same story, which is a never happened ever with anyone. Do you tell the exact same story? But that's what they're doing, and that's not going to work. So Shira has been on a plight to have and find answers. It's not about justice. It's about the answers that she needs. You can go to Shira's TikTok. You can go to Shira's Instagram, and you will see everything of how she talks of TJ and what her experience has been thus far, just trying to get attention and, once again, answers. This is Cheryl Davis. She is the mother.
Okay, so here's it's like a map of the Mississippi River in St. Paul, Minnesota. This is where TJ's body was pulled from. And as you can see, the GoFundMe doesn't really have any traction. They had a goal of $50,000. This is 5 years ago, fam. And that's the only money that has been raised so far. We got to get the word out. And I'm going to tell you something else. I say we probably need to switch platforms and put our own, we need to put TJ campaign on United Give. We need to put we probably need to switch this GoFundMe and put TJ's campaign on Unite Give, because we're going to do a better job at getting the story out. That's the benefit of putting your campaign on Unite Give, is that we got media connections and that we talk to the media every day. We're in it. We got a direct connect to the people. We own it all day, every day for real. This ain't just where you come put your story on their platform, then it's just there and it's all up to you from there. Now we're gonna help you blow your campaign up and let people know what's going on, put some eyeballs on it. But this woman has been posting non-stop for 5 years. That's love right there, fam. That's the love of a mother. That is the love of a mother. The love of a mother. Justice for TJ. I wanted to bring y'all to this picture, this video down here where his mother is speaking. Let's see, where is it? I think it may be this one.
Well, today is Sunday.
So here she's talking about the district attorney, John Chow. And I'm not going to play it because it's got music, but she's basically saying that the DA dismissed her. DA don't want to talk. The sheriff department ain't talking. The police department, the St. Paul Police Department isn't talking. They basically disrespected this woman and dismissed her. And essentially it was like, hey, case closed. And the case is closed. Officially, the case has been closed for 2 years. But mama say, hell no. Mama say, hell no, we ain't closing nothing. I'm on it, and I'm going to keep on digging. I'm going to keep on pressing until I get some answers. All of the boys, they went dark. In fact, she mentioned their names. That's the video I was looking at. I've been watching so many of her videos. I failed to mark the one where she was talking about, she mentioned their names, but let me see. I might be on it right here. Let's see, right up in here somewhere, I think is where I saw that, where she mentioned the boys' names. Morgan, Will, Ramsey, Garrett. Y'all don't have a soul. Now, there is a petition that she has, and I believe it's in her bio. It's in her bio. So go to her bio, sign the petition that is justice for TJ. Whoo, man, that's a heavy load and a burden to carry, to know that your child was murdered is one thing, but insult to injury is no justice. This reminds me of what this white dude said, who was bragging about how white guys have a thing for killing black people. They befriend black people and they go out and then they kill them. So this is a thing. This is what he was. Some people were like, oh, he's just being satirical. You know what I'm saying? Like this is just satire, right? No. He said this is a thing. This is something that they do. And the cat is out the bag. He said this is something they do. And we're talking about, obviously, a particular type of demented white person, right? But they're out there. These devils are out there. These monsters are out there. And the trip part about it is, if you let their parents talk about them, they'll talk about how good and decent they are. But these uncivilized mutts are demonic bullies and devils. They're evil. It's a spirit inside of them that comes straight from the underground. And I'm talking about the underground that's thousands of miles deep. I'm talking about the devil himself. It's a certain type of poison that runs through their blood, right? And so they try to come off as being decent, and especially the ones who come from so-called good families. They're the worst, because they watch their mamas and daddies never be held accountable for anything because they had money to shield them from accountability. I wouldn't be surprised if the four boys, his so-called friends, knocked him off. I wouldn't be surprised at all, because, hey, we've been seeing a pattern here. And so when somebody say, oh, you're always making it about race, it's always making it about race. The only people who say y'all always make it about race is the white people who are living in denial, and the few bootlickers that can't get off their knees, sucking them up. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.